While meeting these three sisters, August, May, and June Boatwright, August runs a bee farm on her property. June is a teacher, and May lives with her sisters. The oldest is August. The connection to Lily is because August was Lily's mother, Deborah's nanny when she was younger. However, June Boatwright holds resentment towards Lily and her mother, for she practically took August away from her when she was little, when she needed her the most. And in that process, holds some grudges against Lily at the beginning. Along with June Boatwright, she holds feelings of doubt and worry, for she keeps denying Neil's proposals over and over because she was once left at the altar and is afraid to get hurt again, and it would feel to be unloved all over. The last sister is May Boatwright. After the loss of her twin sister, she's been stricken with grief, and it was hard for her to recuperate after. So she lives with her sisters, the rest of them. Another character introduced is Zach. Zach also works on the bee farm on August's property as a helper. There he meets Lily, and both of them fall in love. However, the relationship turns into an interrelationship in the 1960s, which causes difficulty, for this was looked down upon and discriminated against. However, they still continued and pursued their relationship, but it ended also in Zach's arrest and beaten one day. After this incident, May was struck with more grief that ended up in her suicide. Along with this process, he is released later on and finds out the truth about May. However, he sees the unjust that goes on between the courts and just loving someone just because of a different race or a different color of their skin. In this process, he wants to become a lawyer. However, in the 1960s, there was very few lawyers of color, but this drives him with more determination, and with the support of Lily, it helps him pursue his goal. Lastly is T. Ray. T. Ray is the father of Lily Owens and husband of Deborah Owens. T. Ray was a military man before he met Deborah, but they were introduced by their parents. Deborah married him out of the love of his bravery that he had for his country. But soon after they were married, they fell out of love. But she was pregnant, so she stayed as long as she could. But after a while, his abusive behavior and controlling demeanor started taking over, and she couldn't handle it, and so she ran away to the only place she knew she would be safe, which was August's house. There she stayed and recuperated, but then she realized that she was missing one major part of her, and that was her daughter. So the day she went back for her daughter, she was accidentally shot by her own daughter when she was just around 1 year old. Along with this, Lily was consumed by guilt and sadness of killing her own mother by accident. However, August, Rosaline, and everyone comforts her and ensures her that it was an accident and it wasn't her fault. And T. Ray, throughout this whole entire part of her life, was lying to her that her mother did not come back for her, only for her stuff. But the truth is, she did come back for her. And the reason why he was reluctant or hesitant to tell her was that she didn't come back for him. This whole entire story is basically how people who feel unloved find people who love them and care for them and support them throughout this whole process in the 1960s.